about the benefits of being in an advanced evaluation club. Our first panelist is Caroline Baker. She is an advanced communicator bronze and competent leader. Caroline joined Toastmasters. Actually, she's a member of Hudson Rise and Shine. She rejoined that club in 2001 after a number of years of absence, 12 years, she says, absence from Toastmasters. And she came to us at Saturday Morning Live in 2004 after she completed her Competent Communicator. I asked my panelists to talk about their experience in evaluation contests. And Caroline's been in one evaluation contest and plans to enter the next one. We'll look forward to that. I asked how they use their evaluation skills outside of Toastmasters. Caroline says being at Saturday Morning Live has given her an opportunity to provide feedback in any situation using the skills she's gained at our club meetings. And finally, I asked them to talk about something fun or ridiculous or off the wall they've had a chance to evaluate recently. So Caroline says it's her goal to connect with everyone. And most times it's because of something they say or do or wear that catches her eye. So recently there was a purple streak in the platinum blonde hair of her friend's daughter.
Oh, no.
And this provided Caroline a challenge in evaluating, but she said, you know, purple could be her color. So would you please welcome, talking about the benefits of being in an advanced evaluation club, Caroline Baker.
Thank you, Keith. I wasn't sure I wanted to belong to Saturday Morning Live. However, I knew I needed to belong to Saturday Morning Live. I was invited. At the end of my CC manual, I had one more to give, and I was offered an opportunity to come and visit at a meeting much like this. And I realized that even as a competent communicator, I found it very daunting to give evaluations to, especially to good speakers, and especially people who I thought were more accomplished than I was. And it was really an amazing thing. I saw that first meeting, a panel of evaluators, and I thought, I want to be a part of this. Not only were the evaluations succinct and to the point and very helpful towards helping that speaker improve, but the camaraderie and the people and the sense of friendship I felt in this club was exceptional. And I came from a club that was much the same way in that we invited people and we made them feel welcome, but we also mentored them and helped them to grow professionally and personally. And so I signed on the dotted line. The first meeting I was here, I hadn't completed my CC manual, so I had to do that before I was official. One of my official roles as a new member the next month was to become a general evaluator. The general evaluator couldn't make it. They didn't know it until the last minute, and I was the only person kind of left that didn't have a specific role. And even being new, I knew that there was one thing I had to do. I had to jump in with both feet. I remember that evaluation very well because of the fact that I managed to make some specific comments that would help improve every person that I was evaluating. And that's what an advanced club does. Team evaluations give you 3 different perspectives. We've already talked about this. You know what belonging to an advanced club means. It gives you multiple suggestions for improvement. And in my opinion, because the speaker uses advanced manuals, the targeted goals are higher, the challenge is greater, and it ultimately leads to an improvement that is much more quick, and it is effective, and it's far more efficient than we could get at our normal home clubs. It also provides, advanced clubs that provide leadership opportunities as part of the Toastmasters Club. And it's not just the same kind of concept in that because it's a higher standard, you're going to have to lead and become a better Toastmaster at a higher standard. It's been said that knowledge is power, but I believe that doing leads to knowledge, which can lead to power. There's some responsibilities to be belonging to a club. You need to commit And what that means is you attend every meeting and you become a student of evaluations. You learn to participate more fully, and you do some homework before each meeting. It's an opportunity to serve, because there's every role that is a part of an advanced meeting leads to us to become more competent, and it generously provides support at each meeting for every individual to grow. And it provides the responsibility of leadership. That doesn't necessarily mean being a president, although we could use one this year. However, leading also means participating fully in the meeting. And that may mean writing out that first handwritten evaluation for each speaker. If others see you doing that, they're going to follow. And those evaluations are just as important as those that are given to us in our formal meeting. Tons of rewards. That's what belonging to Toastmasters is really all about. One of the things that I found immediately was I became a better listener. I listen to public radio, and there's a lot of speaking going on that radio station, and there are a lot of people who need Toastmasters now. We become better speakers because we've been given feedback in how we're doing in our speaking abilities. We learn new skills, and we're given insight into our own selves in the way that we present ourselves as we're speaking. We learn people are able to pick out those areas of us that really shine, and they give positive and critical feedback on those areas that need improvement using some of the skills we've already developed. That's what being an advanced member, an advanced evaluator is all about. Being well and thoroughly evaluated is perhaps the greatest opportunity in Toastmasters. Most of us can find feedback any place, right? Mm-hmm. Everyone wants to improve and wants to help others improve. And I know that you will agree one of the very best ways to achieve that goal is to work on perfecting our evaluations. And I suggest that we do ourselves and our fellow Toastmasters a huge favor. Whether you evaluate them on paper or in front of, up front where we do our on camera, I suggest that you give a solid evaluation, adapted to the speaker, focused on the speech, offering objective comments. And if you make that a goal in Toastmasters, your fellow Toastmasters and the people that you interact with on a daily basis will find a quality in you that will be attractive. People will want to come to you because they know that you are willing to make those kinds of comments that will help them grow personally or professionally, but also that you are providing constructive kinds of criticism that gives you an edge over anybody else in their lives many times. And professionally, of course, what's it going to do as a supervisor? It's going to make you the very best, because you are able to evaluate not just individuals, but groups of people as well as the organization as a whole. And what that does is it brings in new insight to improvement on all levels. In closing, I'd like to challenge you to think about this, that your potential is limited only by your excuses. Mr. Panel Master.